Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Recap Room, the perfect companion podcast to our Becoming Fierce Female Entrepreneurs. In this podcast, we dive deeper into the key takeaways, insights, and actionable strategies from our latest episodes. So, thank you for joining me as I unpack the most valuable lessons shared by leading experts from around the globe. Together, we'll revisit the brightest minds and boldest thinkers, ensuring you're equipped with the knowledge and tools you need to thrive. So, subscribe now and never miss an episode. Let's transform insights into actions, one recap at a time. Hey, fierce friends, we are happy you are enjoying the Recap Room, a special segment inside the Joy Norman podcast, where we go deeper into the moments that have shaped, shifted, and supported so many of us on this entrepreneurial journey. And if this is your first time here, the Recap Room is where we pause, reflect, and revisit some of the most impactful episodes from the Becoming Fierce Female Entrepreneurs podcast. And let me tell you, this space isn't just about looking back for nostalgia's sake. It's about extracting the wisdom we've already received and applying it right where we are. Because sometimes we don't need something new, we need what's still true. And that's what this month is all about. Fierce reminders and fresh reflections. Ready? Let's go. So this month, I'm inviting you to take some time to rewatch the clips of what I like to call power rewinds. And these clips are just too good not to revisit. These are short, potent moments packed with insight and clarity. So grab your journal, your favorite drink, or go for a walk while you listen. This isn't just a podcast, this is your space to realign with what's already within you. So you will want to go to playlist and then click on the power rewind, and you can rewatch all the clips. Let these power rewinds be more than sound bites. Let them speak to the version of you that's still becoming. Let them remind you that wisdom doesn't expire and growth doesn't always require something new. Sometimes it requires space, stillness, and reflection. So far, we've shared highlights and transformative takeaways from Jumpstart Your Year, 7 daily essentials to create your own routine for greatness. Now, here's why this one matters. When we're in the middle of the year, or honestly, anytime we hit a season of transition, we start asking, how do I get back into alignment? How do I start showing up for my vision again consistently? And in this episode, I broke down 7 practical daily habits, not lofty, not overwhelming, but small shifts that help you build momentum. And some of these included setting a focus intention each morning, protecting your peace before reaching for your phone, celebrating one small win at the end of each day. So let me pause here and ask you, what's one habit that supported your success so far this year? And what's one habit you've let go of that you need to bring back? So take a moment and write it down if you can, because routines aren't about perfection. They're about preparing the soul so growth can happen daily. So here's a listener spotlight. So let me share a quick story from one of our listeners, Danielle, a graphic designer and mom of two. She reached out after listening to Jumpstart Your Year, and what she shared really stuck with me. Danielle said she had been feeling completely off track midway through the year, overwhelmed, unmotivated, and honestly a little disappointed in herself. And she had big goals at the beginning of the year, but between client deadlines and family responsibilities, she lost sight of her own rhythm. Oh, I can relate. However, when she listened to that episode and heard the ideas of setting one focused intention each morning, something clicked. So she told me, and I quote, she said, Joy, I stopped waking up and diving into email chaos. Instead, I started writing one word or phrase on a sticky note, and she put present, open to receiving, finish the thing. And that tiny shift changed the tone of my whole day. End quote. That is awesome. Danielle also said she started celebrating small wins, something she hadn't done in years. And even if all she did that day was send one email she'd been avoiding or 10 minutes to journal, she counted it and took time out to celebrate it. And here's the best part, she told me she feels in alignment again. Yes. Not because everything is perfect, but because she reconnected to what matters most, her intention. So, if you're listening right now and you're feeling like you've drifted from your routine, remember you don't have to overhaul your life. You just have to return to the basics and then build from there. So, next, we've talked about dreaming big, 8 reasons to go for it. And in this episode, this is for every woman who has a dream that feels too heavy, too wild, or too out of reach. And in the Dare to Dream Big episode, I shared 8 reasons why dreams are worth chasing. Reasons rooted in purpose, not pressure. Because here's the truth, if your dreams don't stretch you, it probably isn't aligned with your full capacity. And so let me share just a few of the reasons we've covered. Big dreams help us get clear about who we're becoming. They create a space for support, connection, and collaboration. They reveal what we've been tolerating and help us set new standards. And with each reason, I gave one actionable tip and a reflection prompt. So let's try one together right now. So, what's one area of your life or business where you've been playing it safe? What would dreaming big look like in that space? And if you've got a journal nearby, take 2 minutes and write it down. And if not, speak it out loud. Let your voice hear your dream. Dreaming big isn't about chasing clout. It's about coming home to the bigness that's already in you. Now, this next one is a heart check. One of the most personal and powerful recap conversations was titled, How Are You Investing in You? Because if we're being honest, we give a lot of time, energy, attention, even our creativity to everyone else, our business, our family, our responsibilities. But when was the last time you intentionally invested in you? So, in this episode, I walk through the stages of self investment, not just financially, but emotionally, mentally, spiritually, physically, and we ask tough but necessary questions like, are you showing up for yourself the way you show up for your clients? Are you overcommitted but undernourished? And are you spending time where you're growing or just surviving? There's even
A workbook.
that came with this episode. And if you haven't grabbed it yet, you still can. And it includes space to name your current investments and identify one bold move you are ready to make for yourself. So here's something you can reflect on right now. If you gave yourself the same grace, time, and trust that you give others, what would shift? Breathe into that. Maybe even pause this episode and write it down. So let these power rewinds remind you that wisdom doesn't expire. And growth doesn't always require something new. Sometimes it requires space, stillness, and reflection. You've already received more than enough insight to make your next move. The question is, are you willing to revisit what still speaks? So we'll be sharing these moments across our social media platforms this month. And you're invited to join us for each and every rewind. And if one hits you hard, share it with the sister who needs it too. And as always, if you want the full experience, including worksheets, resources, or just to catch up on previous episodes, you'll find everything linked in the show notes. Before we go, I want to leave you with this affirmation. I carry forward the wisdom I've earned. I honor my growth and trust the fire within. All right, everyone, stay grounded, stay gracious, and stay fierce. And I'll see you in the recap room. Bye bye. I hope you are enjoying the recap room. Don't forget to grab your journal. I have some beautiful blank journals here with my artwork on the cover. These journals help you keep all of your notes in the same place. So, if you would like to pick up a copy, go to my website at becomingfierceentrepreneurs.com. Also, if you would like a copy of the How Are You Investing in You workbook, see the link in the show notes to request your free copy. And if you haven't yet, subscribe to the recap room and join me for every episode. I'll see you back here in October for a brand new episode. And until then, stay fierce, stay focused, and keep reflecting.